Hey everybody and welcome back, and in this video we are back clearing some more leaves, and hopefully this will be the final leaf clearance. So let's get a little walk around. I hope you guys enjoy the leaf time lapses because we've had a few of them recently, but this will probably be the final one for the foreseeable future, so enjoy. But for you regular viewers of the channel, you will know this is our third visit up here clearing leaves. Not much has changed since the last visit. Everything's still looking a-okay, to be fair. The paths and that are looking good. You can see where we got to just up here. So we got to here, guys. So today we will be continuing on down this path. The customer also wants us to clear all the lawns. Leon, are you hearing this, mate? Should be able to get this done nice and efficiently this time, Leon, because we've got both the blowers now, haven't we? So, and we've got 2 rakes today. And look, guys, this is the metal rake. Leon, you'll have a hard time breaking this one, mate. So me and Leon are going to fire up these blowers. Well, I'm going to fire up this one anyway. We're going to set work just over there to start off with, guys. Show that. Right guys, so a little update on the blower, and the thing has ran pretty much flawlessly ever since I've upped the idle on it, so I'm extremely happy about that. Also, this tank is massive, guys. I was pretty much empty and it was sat in the back of the van, and I just bust the fuel cap off, put the nozzle in and filled it up, and it took 1.7 litres. But that is bags number 1, guys. We are going to go empty these off now. Guys, so one of my lovely commenters also made a suggestion about getting some t-shirts with "You've been a snap me rake" written on them, Leon. So if you actually want to see them t-shirts, drop a comment. We might make it a reality, who knows. So you can see this area is looking absolutely gorgeous, got it looking lovely, and you could really see on that time lapse the backpack blower up against the handheld. You could really see how the backpack was monstering through it, and I actually come and gave Leon a little hand with this area, and you can see, you know, I had a lot more surface area to cover. So, ding, good purchase. So me and Leon were just formulating a plan, and I'm going to get Leon working over in this area, on this patio bit, and this bed area, working his way towards the grass and this stone area, while I get on the backpack blower and I'm going to start working on the leaves on the grass. Chicken. Yeah. I'm going to start blowing these leaves into a few piles and getting this all looking lovely, and start working our way back towards the pool, guys. So I'll set you up on a tripod somewhere here, and we will get a little time lapse of some leaves being cleared. I am absolutely gutted, guys. That time lapse got cut short because I had a phone call, but it's looking really good, and hopefully next time we won't have such a problem, but we will continue and move our way on to this side of the garden, guys. Right guys, so that may have cut that time lapse short, but the good news is I've just rang that customer back and I've got a quote for a patio and a lawn installation, guys. We've got a bit of landscaping work there. I'm going to go and quote it tomorrow morning, and I'm really hopeful to get that one, guys. That'll keep the diary nice and full during January and February. So hopefully we can score that one. Leon is doing a fantastic job around here, guys. Absolutely spot on. Well on, Leon. The grass is coming together, although this is going to be a little bit more time consuming than I first expected, this grass, but that's not a problem. I don't mind. That back plough is going to turn me into a strong man by the end of the day. Guys, and it turned out the phone was full, which is why it stopped working, not because the customer phoned me. Anyway, this bed is all looking nice now because I've blown it through to the path. Also, we'll be doing all of this today, guys, but these look like wet, bigger leaves, so they probably are easier to blow. But as you can see, I've just blown everything onto this path, and now it'll be a nice, easy collection process. I will get Leon on a rake and get him raking this up. That's a massive time saver, what I've just done there. That's probably saved us 20 minutes, so lovely. Look at Leon thinking he's the Hulk, getting up there on his own. Nice work, Leon. You're really getting there now, guys. So much this grassed area done, and this is the larger of the two grass areas. Leon is doing a fantastic job. Doing a good job there, Leon. Didn't want that. Dropped it, did ya? Leon, you missed a bit.
I know, mate. Don't worry, that's all the blow's for.
Right then, guys, so in today's video's talking point, we're going to talk about tools. So what tools do you guys use? Specifically, what brand? Because obviously you see I use a lot of the Hyundai stuff, and you can see the Tighteners there. You know, what brands do you guys use? Because obviously I'm starting to thinking about going down the more professional grade route when it comes to tools and that sort of thing. And I'm slightly stuck on whether to go for your Stihl, your Echo, your Husqvarna. I'm not sure what to go for because I've heard good things about all of them, but I've not really heard bad things about some of them. For example, like I've heard a lot of good things about Husqvarna, but I've not heard one bad thing about them. Whereas, for example, compare that to your Stihl. I've heard a lot of good things about Stihl, but I've also heard a lot of bad things. I've also heard a lot about their battery gear not actually being up to spec and not being much good. But then again, there's other, YouTubers that swear by the battery gear and, think it's a great investment. So I'm really on the fence on what to do because, again, guys, do I go petrol? Do I go battery? I'm really not sure because I understand they're all pretty much the same thing, aren't they, guys? When you get to that sort of level of tools, you're getting, a good tool. But I'm not sure exactly what brand to go for. See, the Echo stuff sticks out to me. I don't know why. The Echo stuff is the stuff that catches my eye. So I think I'm going to probably go down the route of Echo. Also, guys, I want most of my machines to stick to one brand. I don't want to be crossing brands as little as possible. So I would cross brands, but realistically, if I was to cross brands, I would, keep one brand for your hedge trimmers,
one brand for your strimmers, one brand for your blowers and that sort of thing, just because otherwise parts serviceability becomes a bit of a nightmare. You know, for example, if you've got a fleet of KM131s and you know the serviceable items on that machine, you know the parts that are going to break, so you've got spares set aside and that sort of thing as well, guys, because it's all right having, let's just say, a fleet of, it's all right having a fleet of X brand, but then one bit breaking and you're not being able to get parts and that sort of thing. Also, I think for the future ability of the business, if I buy an Echo now and buy another Echo in the future, that old Echo will be the parts unit, So it's sticking to one brand is really important, I think. So because sticking to one brand is really important, I really want to put a lot of thought into what brand do I go with off the bat, because I'm really curious about your Husqvarna stuff as well, guys, because me personally, I've not used many Husqvarna bits of a kit. See, when it comes to Husqvarna, guys, I've not used too many of their tools, but my experience with them has been very positive. I've only used a strimmer and a disc cutter. That's all I've used from Husqvarna. And then the disc cutter was probably a couple of hours, so I've not really had much time on Husqvarna equipment. Your Echo, I don't actually think I've ever used an Echo, which I think's why I want to pick one up and get one, because I want to see what they're about. Your Stihl, I've had a couple of Stihl products in the past, so I know your Stihl quite well because I used to repair and sell quite a lot of small machinery during the summer when I was a digger driver. I used to repair a lot of small machinery then, and I had quite a few Stihl products, so I have used them, and they are obviously, they're good and they're sort of what I know, but just because it's what I know doesn't mean that's what I've got to go for in the future, Drop what you use in the comments, guys. Stihl, Husqvarna, Echo, what is it you use? Ego, there's hundreds of brands in there, your Mitox. So please drop a comment as to what brands you go with and what brands you use. Like I said, I want to try and keep to one brand and buy one brand and stick to one brand. So that's sort of where my head's at. For example, the next chainsaw I go out and buy, I'm probably going to get Husqvarna, and that will probably carry through for the rest of this business. The chainsaws Hampshire and Dorset Garden Care has will be Husqvarnas. And it will just go like that, and I think it's a beneficial way of doing it. And it's an easy way of doing it, because I just think when it comes to machine breakdowns and that sort of thing, guys, you can keep on top of things so much more easily once you know the machine. You learn a certain machine, you stick with the machine breaks, you've got your old one in the shed, you take the broken part off, you put it together, you're back up flying within half an hour. Parts compatibility is also a big one, guys. You don't want to be buying a machine and then not being able to get parts for it, because when I buy my next set of tools, there's a couple of things I'm looking for. Obviously, the tool has to be reliable, that is just a given. The tool has to be able to fire up every time I pull the pull start. That would be number one. Lightweight, so I want something a little bit lighter, because obviously this Chinese stuff, it's a bit on the heavy side, some of it. The Titan ain't too bad, but the Hyundai gear, oof, you know about it once you've been using it for a day, let me tell you. You really do. That combi unit from Hyundai is like 10 kilo when you've got the attachment on the end, guys, and a tank of fuel in it. You know what I mean? You feel that at the end of the day of a day's edge truck trimming, let me tell you. Which is half the reason I picked up that Titan, to be fair, guys, because that weighs nothing and is actually brilliant for just a hedge cutter. And I've got a phone call, guys. Hang on. Back to the video. These tools need to be reliable for me. They need to be easy to use. See, price point is sort of a big one as well, because obviously I'm starting out, so I don't want to be spending over the odds on a machine. So given that fact, guys, if you could drop some sort of all-round sort of machines when it comes to long reaches, combi units, mowers as well. I'm in the market for a decent mower, to be fair. That's essential. Maybe even a cheap, decent scarifier, guys. If you could drop the sorts of machineries you would recommend down in the comments, I'd really appreciate that. Let's get a discussion going. Let's see what equipment you use. Drop your recommendations, drop your suggestions, because I'm going to be basing my next purchases off of these guys. So please give some good advice, and we're going to get back on with the work. Right, so that's today's video's talking point, guys, and it's more of asking for help than it is talking point, and asking for some advice and some guidance. So drop them comments, let's get a discussion going, and let's get back to the work. Right guys, so the time has come to fix the string on the blower, because that's going to cause disaster before the end of the day. If I leave it, I can see it happening. That does. Aha. I haven't probably got a pair of scissors in the van, but I'm being lazy. See, just look at that then guys, look at how much of a ticking time bomb that was. Double knot it for luck. Don't want it coming undone. Yeah. And that is my second tank of fuel done today guys. It started coughing and spluttering, I thought, oh no. But we're just out of fuel, so let's get the second tank put in it. We've done about 3.5 litres of unleaded today. Wow, wow.
Right guys, we have not checked in since I filled that blower up, but we are all done for the day. We made one push to get all packed away and get everything all done before the sun went down. But as you can see behind me, this front garden is looking lovely. So let's make our way round to the back and see where we got to. So here is the courtyard bit guys, looking brilliant. Leon done an absolutely smashing job around here. All them beds de-leafed, absolutely looking wonderful. And then you're ready. Oof. What a result, eh? What a result. It's just wonderful results there guys. I'll have to put a little before up because wow, yeah. And the back grass as well, let's go have a look. And just look at that then guys. Some wonderful results and a hard day's graft. And obviously we started off the day over here guys, and we got all that looking lovely. So guys, I'm going to end this one there. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button too while you're there. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers before Christmas, so please smash the subscribe button. Your dream garden is a phone call away, so remember, if your garden's looking worse for wear, call Hampshire and Dorset Garden Care. Have a good weekend people, I'll catch you in the next one.